Take me out to left field. Give me a shot of Fireball. Give me some high fives from Mark Pena and a hug from Jeff Cross as we stand on top of the tables. Hearing the horns, that's a blast. For it's 1, 2, 3 shots from the cannon with the ladies of left field.
It's game time with the ladies of left field. I'm Jordan here with Katie.
Hey.
Kasey.
Hello.
Jody.
Hello.
And Shelly.
Woo!
And we're ready to get you all set for another week in the sports world. As we do, let's start off with our hot girl headlines. Katie, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'll start with UT baseball, our fave right now. We're all about it. So just yesterday, we extended our winning streak to 14 games with a victory over UT Arlington. That game was kind of close for a while, and then our bats really came out. We ended up going up 7-4. So we had a bunch of underclassmen that really came through in that game and really showed up. So over the weekend, we played Santa Clara. Number one, those fans were super great. They were like lovely people and happy to be there. They brought us out a lovely cheese board, like a charcuterie board. We were all about that. But we also swept Santa Clara. So let's see. Friday night, we won 4-2. You know, that was really, I will say all weekend we played awesome defense. I think that was a really big piece of that. On Saturday, we won 8-3. And then on Sunday, we shut it down and won 6-1. So anyways, really great season start for the Horns, keeping it going with this winning streak. They say this is the, best winning streak or the best start to a season in over 20 years. So that's pretty amazing. Again, pitching, defense, and I mean, we were hitting the ball. So it's really a ball. They have lots of energy. We're having lots of fun.
Yeah, so, it's so much fun to watch.
Go for it. Case, what you got?
So our Longhorn basketball, men's basketball, it's been a very up and down year for us. Getting on, having some big victories back in the early part of the SEC play, and then thinking we were finding our groove and then kind of going down. But today they won their first game in the SEC tournament, beat Vanderbilt, and the team as a whole looked really good. Trey Johnson, again, just superstar. He's SEC Freshman of the Year, the all SEC freshman team. He was all SEC second team, so getting all the accolades, which he deserves. He'll be a one and done like KD. But one of his other big thing that he did is he scored over 600 points this season, and he is the first freshman since KD. And I would imagine that they're the only two that have ever done that. I don't know that there was somebody before KD. I don't know if TJ Ford. I'm not sure if he had like the scoring, outbursts like that. But anyway, and I also Kendall Weaver was back. He's been back, I think, for a few games, but he looked good today on defense. He kind of definitely could tell was like a little spark plug. We'll see what happens the rest of the weekend and if they move on to the NCAA tournament.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes. My hot girl
TJ Ford, like 853 points. How many did you say?
As a freshman?
Oh no, that was for his whole career.
Okay, that's what I was saying. We're talking about 600 points in one season.
Oh no, he had his freshman season. He had 358.
Okay, so
there you go. Fun fact.
Yeah.
My hot girl headline is in the golf world. The Players Championship is this weekend at TPC Sawgrass. It'll start on Thursday, and we have 5 Longhorns competing.
Woohoo!
Bo Hostler, Doug Gim, Jordan Spieth, Jonathan Vegas, and Scotty Scheffler, who will be potentially going for a three-peat because he's won it the last 2 years. So keep an eye on that. That's going to be a big one, man. And I'm rooting for Scotty. I hope that this goes well.
Yeah. Yep.
Three-peat.
17th hole is the Island Green. That's the one to watch.
Island Green.
Yeah.
All right. It's some good news there.
Yeah. Some honorable mentions I was going to go through just while we're here. Even though the women's hoops team did lose to South Carolina, the Selection Sunday is this weekend for both the men and the women. That'll be 7 Central on ESPN for the women, 6 Central on CBS for the men. But Charlie Cream, who's ESPN's like kind of bracketology guy, has Texas as a 1 seed, which is pretty unsurprising. But we'll see for sure on Sunday, and then the tournament starts next weekend. So I just wanted an honorable mention. Yes, it sucks that they couldn't beat South Carolina again, but still made it to the championship game in their first season in the SEC. So I'll take it.
Jordan, that they UT will be hosting
Yes,
first round women's regional next weekend.
Yeah.
So. Jordan, explain to our people like me, what's a Selection Sunday?
So at the end of each of the hoop seasons, the NCAA gets together and they choose the 60. Technically, it's 60.
Jordan, what is hoop season?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, stop. Wow.
Basketball, loosely referred to as hoops. So the NCAA has to go through and pick which 68 teams are going to compete in the postseason for the chance to ultimately be the national champion.
Wow.
So they get together and Selection Sunday. So the committee will go through and look at everyone's resumes, decide who gets to play, who gets to host. And like, you want your team to host because then you're at your home court, you have your own fans, you get home field advantage essentially. So the Texas women will definitely get home field advantage. The men are kind of on the bubble. Hopefully, if the SEC tournament goes well, they might get in. But I don't feel great about it. So we'll see.
I have a question on this one. Just as you're talking about the regional sites, typically men don't have as good of a. I mean, you don't necessarily get to go where if you were hosting a regional site, they don't typically put you there, do they? If you were to make it.
That's a great question. I actually am not sure.
I feel like they kind of do that a little differently with the men and the women in terms of regionals, because they know that like a men's regional typically, there's just going to be a lot of people there in general that just show up.
Right.
If you're close. I just had that kind of
thought. Yeah.
That thought.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. That's a good question.
And Jody and Shelley are also with the selection show when they're talking about the teams that make it. You have conference tournaments winners automatically make it, and then there is a whole nother number of teams that get bids based on how they did during the season.
Okay, now I get it. Okay,
so you could have some of the mid-level, some like what they call them like the mid-level conferences or whatever. Their winners of their conference tournaments can get an automatic bid, and so you don't really know who those people are going to be just based on how the tournament might be. Or you have a Cinderella team in the tournament that wins. They're like last place of their league, and they end up winning the tournament, and they snag a spot.
Yeah, which might be the men's Longhorns.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Is there a factor of like ESPN wants to see these two teams play, and that shoves somebody to a certain bracket?
I don't. There's a committee, so I don't know that ESPN is involved.
TV is not involved in that. TV is not involved in like making those decisions. They're just there to like as the committee makes their choices, then ESPN or CBS or whoever will just relay that info to viewers, but they're not involved in that process at all.
Okay.
Well, there's always wonderings though about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I would say, do you want to see primo matchups? Do you want to see teams that have a lot against each other? Yes, of course. So I think those matchups are kind of always in the back of the committee's head. So
when we get into June and we're talking about college baseball, that's always a discussion. Is like, the committee put these two teams in the same bracket? That's awful because they should have had a chance to both meet in Omaha and on. Same thing happened last year with softball when the A&M and Longhorns played in softball, like in just a regional or a super regional, and both coaches were like, we should have both been in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have had to play each other.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I was reading, this is like not spring sports, but I was reading this book about Texas Longhorn football, and which I'm really fascinated by. But in 1941, Coach Bible, they were wanting Oregon and Texas to play in what would have been the Rose Bowl back then, but it was right that Coach Bible didn't want to give up the money and the contract that he had made with Oregon, and so he said no. And the people that were running the programs were very disappointed that he felt like he was bringing a contract. So I think back then they used to have a lot more say in who went to it wasn't a committee making the decision. It was basically like, we just want to see these two teams play in these sports together. And so I always am wondering, like, is there a puppet master back there kind of playing it a little bit? Because I know there have been some upsets as to who makes it into some of these playoffs at times. So anyway, but I just thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know if there even was NCAA.
Not NCAA. It was just people that were running the Rose Bowls and the different bowl games. They wanted them to play, but anyway, it was just really fascinating. But also it was the day that Texas played Oregon. The next day, Pearl Harbor was bombed. And so they ended up not having any of the bowl games, but just FYI, I thought that was interesting.
Joey here with the history. Love it.
Yeah.
Always a teacher.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So I think we covered our Hot Girl headlines for this week. We talked a lot about last episode. It was Mark's birthday out in left field and all the
happy birthday. That was
good times. Anybody want to relive a story or two?
No.
I almost made a new best friend, and that was fun. Kasey, I'll let you share that one.
Joey, is that his name? Joey? Yeah, Barn met Joey. He lives in the graduate student housing, so he's one of the people that he gets to park in the garage if he wants to, and apparently the Penas do now too. So maybe he'll have a third spot that the Reeds can snag. But anyway, yeah, Barn had a great time chatting up with him. He's a graduate student or sports management. That's great. Sports management is his major. Anyway, he was real nice. He walked up, but on Friday he walked up with a bottle of stuff for Mark. You know, just as Mark got plenty of bottles of imbibed beverages for his birthday all weekend. So.
How many bottles were out there, would you say?
I think, didn't you get like 6 or 7?
I think we still got a couple full ones here at the house, Jordan, for other weekends. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, those were just gifts to him. And then there was just the regular on top of, the buckets of the Fireball and for the shot, for the toasts and
X Jungle Juice.
Oh yeah, X Jungle Juice was out there.
Wait, I just thought about this.
Yellow shots.
Oh, did she? Well, yep. She learned from the best.
Yep.
But I just thought about this because I know that I don't like the Fireball. I do it to be part of the team, but I don't like it. Is there anything that y'all would take a shot of to partake in that leadoff Fireball? Is there anything you would take a shot of?
I did Rumble Mints this weekend.
Okay,
No,
Rumble's not that bad.
I just
Also, you can pour them small.
Yeah, I mean, like
beer.
There you go, Shelly, Jody.
Yeah, I like a butter nipple.
Yes. We had so many butt nips in Vegas.
It takes a little bit of more effort to pour that and get it mixed.
Fair.
So
Fair.
Shelly?
I brought Mark a bottle of Goldschlager.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And Katie pro tipped me very early on in my left field life is just pretend.
For sure.
Well, I'm not going to say who, but I know somebody that when they buy shots, if it's a big tray, they'll give everybody a vodka or tequila shot with a clear liquid. They have their shot glass filled with water and put a lime on it, and everybody just thinks that person's partaking in the shot as well. That's a trick. But we gave Mark a pedicure because it's almost flip-flop season.
That's really smart.
That man loves a pedicure, so it's a great gift.
And we had a long talk about his feet on another podcast episode.
Yeah. He loves a pedicure. So goodbye.
Yeah.
Good purchase. And I kept it nice and safe for him.
Good, thanks.
Yeah. It was fun. We also, did a lot around the tailgating, right? I mean, that was super fun. We went to La Mancha after the Saturday game.
They are so nice there.
Yeah.
They are so accommodating and kind. So
yeah, shout out to Rudy, Jody, my colleague, another Jody. She's good friends with those wonderful people. And so they hooked it up and get us a big table and all the good fun.
And then it was good before the game.
Where?
Soured up. They were also very accommodating to us because they were very busy.
And then we had, I think at La Mancha, was it one of the players? So I don't know.
Yeah. Max Ballou and his dad came and ate dinner with us as well.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on Sunday we had to end it the right way. We couldn't not, so we had to go to Matt's after the game.
It was perfection.
Yeah.
It was a great weekend.
Surprise.
It's so fun.
Yeah. It's good times.
Love it. Good times.
All right, friends, let's do another round of Would You Rather because these are funny. Would you rather take responsibility for losing the championship? Oh, no. Or have a teammate take the credit for the win when really you deserved it?
Oh. I would let the teammate take the credit because I'd rather win the championship.
Right. Yes.
Same. I don't really need a lot of credit. I just need to win.
That's right.
The ring.
I agree. Agreed.
All a bunch of winners around here.
That's right.
Oh, hi, Becca. Aw, hey, Becca. Yay, you're here.
Hi. Thanks for the invite.
I just asked a Would You Rather, Becca. First one was, would you rather take responsibility for losing the championship or have a teammate take credit for the win when really you deserved it?
Oh, the winning thing happens a lot, so I'm gonna say be responsible for the loss.
Oh, Earl, you were on an island over there.
I'm sorry. It's just like I know what it's like for. I'm petty.
Wants the credit. Becca here wants the credit. The rest of us just want to win. All right, here we go. I like it.
Becca, there's no I in team.
But there is in win and none in lose. And I see how that's going now. Yeah. Awesome.
Good perspective on the call. All right. Love it. Okay. Next one. Would you rather get paid a lot to be on a bad team or paid below average to be on an elite team?
Ooh.
I feel like there's a theme with this one. Like, I think I would still rather like to be on a team, a good team.
Yeah.
And win, Like,
it depends. If you're asking me on some days, I might be like, I'll take the money. But if you're asking me, like in the grand scheme, I definitely would be like, okay, we got to win these games. So elite, because I think it might snowball. Like it might give us some other goodness. But if you're on a real crappy team, you're not going to get any of that endorsement money or anything, right? So I don't.
I feel that athletes have a short life sometimes, and so that money factor is, could be a life changer.
Yeah.
However, if Kasey was on my team,
Gotta win.
You have to win, and so. It depends who my teammates are. I have to go who are my teammates.
Well, and if you're saying if you're kind of a below average player and but if you're if you're below average, but you're kind of do your stuff to stay on the team, and if they're good for a long time, you build up. You're there for plenty of years, and you get a pension.
Like, think of a backup quarterback. Think about how much money a solid backup quarterback can make in your career.
Colt McCoy.
Like, you're not the exactly. Colt McCoy's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I know. I'm with Joe. I think the elite team, and maybe not so much money, but then, as an educator, it's like you don't really know what it's like to have money. Yeah. So it'd be really, some days you're like, damn, I need the money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
Jordan, you gotta pick here.
I think I would rather be below average on an elite team. Again, for the longevity thing. Like,
okay,
your team's doing good. Your team's gonna make you could be below average, but also like really hilarious, and then you can still get like sponsorship and all that. There's opportunities when your team has visibility. So,
okay,
I can deal with being below average.
Okay, awesome.
Wait,
go ahead.
Can we go back to number 2? Would you rather ensure overtime or risk losing
and win regulation?
Yeah,
I just want to win. So
that's my thing. There's like, if I know I'm going to win in regulation, I'm just going to take the regulation win.
Same.
Like, yeah,
I'm just going to take the win.
Yeah.
The easy
I
win.
can.
Well,
I can't handle the stress.
Risk losing.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's about the wins, I guess. But also, sometimes I feel like if you're too much of the below average, you're riding other people's coattails, and it's like it's just a matter of time before you're like, "Hey, we gotta trim the fat."
You're getting cut. Okay, so all of these have a theme. I'm going to move to the next one. I'm going to skip around. Would you rather own the record for most points scored, like our Trey Johnson, or would you rather have the most championships? It's like team or individual.
Team.
I was going to say championships.
Championships.
Yeah.
Championships. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All on the same page. Go
I think
championships.
so. I think so.
Okay. All right. Would you rather be an elite or underdog player?
Underdog.
Jody's going Rudy all the way.
Totally.
Okay.
I think I'm underdog too. I am impressively average is what I like to say. So
See, not me, man. I'm going straight MJ with my shirt today. I'm like, I mean, I'm going elite all day.
I mean, if you're asking, would I rather be that one? Yeah, I'd rather be an elite player.
Yeah.
I would pretty much assume that I would be more along the underdog player if we're actually talking about true abilities. But
that's the thing. Yes, I would rather be great. Like, I would rather be elite. But if I'm being real, like, definitely underdog status over here.
I'm elite in real life, and so I'm not backtracking.
Fair.
You're crazy.
Party to hell.
Shelly, I bet if we did a strength finders on you, I bet you would have self-assurance.
You need
All that.
It's a very rare strength to have, apparently.
Oh,
Good one. All right, y'all. Last one. This one's kind of tricky, but would you rather have a long, average playing career, like we talked about, a Colt McCoy, whatever, or have a short, fantastic, like amazing career, but it was cut short by injury?
Oh, what injury?
Well, you're not dead. How about that? You can still walk.
just a career-ending injury. That doesn't hurt you.
It doesn't hurt you long. Yeah, for your functioning life.
Kind of going back. Sorry, I'm just taking it right now. Like, I go back to the whole backup quarterback. Like, I'd rather have a long career. I think that's more like secure. At least it's still you have a job every day, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I could see the benefits of being like an elite, like having that great career. But then it's cut short.
Can y'all think of an example of somebody who was just like phenomenal and then had a injury like really early on in their career?
Well, I would say Vince Young. I would say he
didn't have an injury. Joke.
Well, but I mean he cut out, for other reasons. So I mean, and then I don't know.
Gordon Hayward?
Who?
Gordon Hayward, I believe. He had that like really bad preseason leg injury, and he just I think he might still be playing. I'm not entirely sure, but he just never really kind of recovered NBA basketball. I mean, if we have any truly old school Longhorn baseball people, Andre Robertson was one. He played for Texas in the 70s, and then he was on a really good track, Major League Baseball, and he was in a extremely bad car accident, and then never was the car accident. But he's fine, but he never was able to to resume his professional career. So he's gone on to he coached high school, and he stayed involved in baseball. But yeah, so that's one.
Okay.
This is personal. Our dear friend Josh Sager was Olympic bound and was in the trials and broke his femur and ended his gymnastics career. And for somebody to have so much potential and to have it yanked away from him, it was like, think
about the mental aspect of that too.
Yeah.
You've done something well your whole life, and then all of a sudden it's just gone. That'd be terrible.
And I'm praying that DeMar overshot is not. He's had two very, very, very bad injuries.
Yeah.
He came back after the first one and was doing amazing this past year, and then had another one that just shot him. And then our running back, Jonathan Brooks, is kind of going through the same thing.
Oh, hey, Carolina Panther. Woo-hoo!
Yeah. So I hate that, definitely would want the longevity ever career myself.
Agreed.
Yeah, same. All right. All right.
I was just going to say, I think, just going back a little bit, but I think I'd rather, if there was something that was going to take me out of the game, I'd rather it be something within the game versus something that I did to take me out of the game, to the point of getting arrested, or if there's something really bad. And so I'd rather it be related to the game, because I would hate to go out on criminal charges of assault or something like that, which, it's a terrible way to go. I know there's a lot of pressures in sports, but, just wouldn't want to go out that way for sure. That would be a bad way.
Yeah, to make all that investment, your whole family making the investment to get you there, and then you have a misstep and end your career by a life choice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, that's much different than an injury. Don't embarrass yourself or your family. For sure. All right, y'all. Next up, we have pro tips. This is where we help out the folks that don't know a lot about sports, and we give them some information. And so this week, we're going to focus on basketball terms. So think about any kind of, maybe not so obvious basketball terms, or obvious that and that you want to share with our friends. So we're going to start with basketball terms. Does anybody have any that they would like to share with our friends?
Well, you're the basketball player, Katie.
I know. I feel like I might coach little girls basketball in no time, because it was really annoying to watch bad coaches. And I was yelling apparently all the time, as Mark told me.
It was very entertaining.
Oh yeah, Shelly was highly entertained. All right, so let me think. Okay, one thing is a personal foul. So a lot of time players are called for personal fouls because referees call these, because usually you're going up for a shot and the other player either hits you on the arm, body checks you, trips you, elbows you, but does something that really interferes with, either your path to the goal or you're making a shot. And so those are called a personal foul. Usually the other player is playing defense, and that's when that foul is committed. But every once in a while, a charge is called, and a charge is when the offensive player actually kind of charges into the defensive player
and the foul is called on the offensive player. Not nearly as common, but there you go. I don't know. I love to put your arms out really wide and turn really fast, and you can elbow people when they get out of your way. And that is a girls basketball pro tip. Put your elbows out, pivot really hard, and they back off. And that also is not called very much. It's a great way to turn around and make a shot.
Because I saw you doing that with 5th graders at Zilker.
I did. I still do.
Get out of my way.
The first time I played basketball with Mark and all of the guy friends, Brandon Faust, one of our friends, played defense on me. And he was like such a whiny person. He was like, oh my gosh, Katie, what do you elbow? And I was like, well, move out of the way. And then you don't have a problem.
You're going to learn real quick. You're going to learn real quick.
Little bitch.
I can take that time code to edit out.
Love it. All right. Anybody else?
Leave it in. Leave it in.
Take him out.
That's hilarious.
All right.
One
Jordan,
thing
I bet Jordan can do a technical foul. Jordan, tell us about a technical
What is
foul.
that? What's a technical foul?
Well, a technical foul, it's the easiest way to describe it's like an extra egregious foul. And so then normally when you shoot a free throw, the person shooting the free throw is at the free throw line, which is, if you're looking at a basketball court, it's the little line kind of in front of the hoop. Normally people line up on the side. When you're shooting a technical, you get extra shots, and no one is there to play defense when you're shooting those shots. But a technical is it's kind of a discretion thing for the referees. But it's just when you're being like a bad sport, essentially.
Oh.
Like if you throw the basketball at somebody or curse out the ref or something like that.
A coach can get a technical foul when the coach is starting to argue with the refs. The refs can call it coach for, and then the other team gets to pick who they want to have shoot the free throw.
And then in base basketball, they can get kicked out of the games too. For technical fouls or how many?
Yes.
And do they like make a tee for technical foul or throw a flag? Like, I don't know. What is it?
Yeah.
All the flags in basketball, please.
Yeah.
No, I actually wanted to pose a question. What is everyone's favorite, like, technical foul from a coach? Because right now I'm honestly thinking about Chris Beard just, like, scooting on the floor at Texas Tech and getting tossed out for that.
Scooting on the floor.
He threw a hissy fit. He made sure that technical foul was aware.
I'm just getting it from my my gallery back here. Barn going, that one was awesome. It was awesome.
I'm thinking of a basketball one. I think my favorite, like, player to official shenanigans would be, it was originally Adrian Beltre pulling the on-deck, moving the on-deck circle around, which then Trey Faltini did against South Carolina, I think. That's probably my favorite, just like, oh, the official's going to be on my ass. Well, F you.
Yeah, mine is not. It's not a favorite. It's a most memorable, and it was when I was in college when Nolan Richardson was the coach for Arkansas, and he got kicked out like during regulation of the game, and then the game went into overtime, and he came strolling back out on the court, and everybody started calling him Strolling Nolan. But I mean, Longhorn fans were booing because he shouldn't have been allowed to come back out, and the refs didn't make him go back in. So I still remember that game was like, people were going ballistic in the Irwin Center.
That's hilarious.
It's actually loud and boisterous in there.
I don't know why she comes to mind, and I'm sure I've seen a video or 2 or 3 of Kim Mulkey.
Oh, yes.
Like, she has some great technical foul situations at Baylor and at LSU.
He's getting her money's worth on a technical.
She is.
Yep.
Throwing it all out there.
Mm.
And then, funny enough, I'm not a Spurs fan, but I feel like Tim Duncan also was known for like a technical foul or 2 as like kind of a hissy fit situation. He's
So yeah, I don't know. And I can think of like old school players that were like just known for, you know, being wild, like Rasheed Wallace for the Pistons, you know, just was always causing ruckus. And like Dennis Rodman, that's what I was like at, you know, like, and like is it like the old school Pistons that were just like so rough and tumble and were, you know, known for being like just rough and not caring about getting technicals. It's funny.
Now, does that take you out of the championships if you have too many technicals, or did they kind of sweep it under the rug?
No, it's just a game by game thing. It's nothing. It has nothing to do with Longhorn.
I don't know. Like two. I think if you get 2 in a game, you might be out for that game and the next game. I think there's stuff where if you get multiple, you can be out for the next.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But it doesn't like keep your team out. I mean, it might hurt your team that you're not playing.
Correct.
But, and is that in the NBA as well?
Yeah.
I remember in the NBA, there's a few players that, or a few, maybe just one, that had to like miss a game because of so many technical fouls.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know the actual ruling.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
But maybe you're the hitman that does that, and you're the sacrificial lamb to like cause some strife within the other team.
Yeah. Hit somebody off.
Mm-hmm.
Being an average player and getting it work done. I'll take that blame. We can lose because
That's funny.
All right. Now let's move on.
I'm sorry. I just watched the beard video. What was he upset about? He looked like a 2-year-old.
With a hissy fit. Mm-hmm. It was a
magical
tantrum.
Magical. Jody, we got to put the link in.
Oh, yeah. In our notes. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll put the link into the notes of Chris Beard having a temper tantrum. I also want to put in Strolling Nolan.
That's a good one.
Let me see if I could find that.
All right, let's do 2 baseball terms since it's baseball season as well. I bet Kasey can define the hat trick.
Well, in baseball, it's when you get a single, a double, triple, and a home run. It's also batting for the cycle.
Batting for the cycle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
It's hard.
Yeah, I think can be hat trick is a term they use in multiple sports.
Yeah, they do.
With different definitions of, you know, accomplishing all the things in whatever sport, you know, what dates.
Or like in soccer or hockey or lacrosse or anything, it's if you score at least three.
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. Okay, I'm going to throw a fun one in here because we say it all the time, and we have a good buddy who would always talk about a can of corn in baseball. Anybody want to define a can of corn?
Can of corn.
It's a really easy catch, just a pop-up, easy catch for a pop fly. Should be an automatic out.
Do we know where this comes from, the history of this saying?
I do not.
I feel like Yall has told me this before, where a can of corn comes from. Let me look it up. But it was like can of corn. If you hear it, it's pop up, easy kind of catch. Should be pretty simple. All right, last one. What is a pinch hitter?
A pinch hitter is someone who comes in normally like late in a game. If it's a close game and you're just trying to get some offense going, they'll sub in for the person who should be batting. So in practical situation, let's say, you know, bottom of the ninth, your team is down by 1 run and you have 2 players on base. You might bring in a pinch hitter just to kind of change up the offensive juju, and hopefully they would get a hit that would score a run to tie the game. Or if someone that is normally in the lineup is having a really bad game for some reason, they might also use a pinch hitter just to give that original player a break. But it's essentially just substituting someone to bat for who should be batting.
And is that allowed in college baseball?
It is.
Okay.
And extra weird softball rule is you can pitch hit somebody and then the original player can sub back in, which is not allowed in baseball. In baseball, once a player has been pinch hit for, they are done for that game. but that is not the case in softball.
It's the same thing with pitchers. You can reuse your pitcher in softball, but not in college baseball.
Right.
Or regular baseball.
And also with the pinch hitter, you can have, so pinch hitter could be inserted, like Jordan's saying, like early on in the game. It could happen the third inning all of a sudden, where whoever's in the lineup, and if they're playing, let's say they're playing catcher, and we decide to pinch hit for that guy, and somebody else comes in to hit, there's two different scenarios. It can be strictly just another player who's not a catcher. He's just hitting, and then he hits, and that's it. Or it could be he could actually take the field and play that position, like if he was a catcher. And
That's good.
And then who's in that lineup, and then later on they can, and you also have pinch runners. Somebody can get on base, and this usually happens late in the game when you're needing, runs, and somebody gets on base, and all of a sudden they may not be the best base runner, and you're like, okay, we just need to get this run scored, and you substitute in, you put in a pinch runner that's going to be like one of your fastest guys, and you're hoping that you win.
Is there a limit to how many pinch?
Not really, but there's going to be a limit just on how many individuals you have, because if they don't stay in the lineup, if they only come in that one time and don't go back out on the field, they're done for the game.
Oh,
They can't come in and pitch hit again later, or they can't be a pinch runner later. The only thing they would be able to do is be a pitcher later, if they were a pitcher.
okay, that makes sense. Okay.
I was just thinking about this, like why it is called a pinch hitter or a pinch runner. And it just made me giggle because it's like, oh, your team's in a pinch. So you.
Oh, that's right.
That's funny. I never thought about that before.
Until right now, I didn't either, but it's great.
Good.
Yeah, and you have to make sure that person can somehow play defense if you're going to have to play defense after that. So that's always a big deal. That kind of limits, what you can do sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, and then I looked up what the can of corn means. And it basically originated in the 19th and early 20th century when grocery stores would stock cans. They wouldn't put it in the back. They would put it on high shelves. They'd take a hook to bring down the cans and then catch it really quick. So it was a way to catch the easy cans that were falling from the high stacks.
There you go. Love it. Joe with the history.
Yeah.
I'm just Googling it. I'm not in history. I'm just literally, yeah.
Joe, you got to own that. Come on. All right. One of our most fun parts of this podcast is our Stump Kasey Read.
Stop, Kasey.
Let's do it.
All right, Case. Our first question. Holy moly. This is interesting. Let me think. Okay, this is hard. I don't know. Did y'all talk about this a little bit already? But the Presidential Physical Fitness Test, as we like to call it, FitnessGram in Austin ISD, was active in the United States from 1966 to 2018. It consisted of 6 exercises: curl-ups, push-ups, shuttle run, 1 mile run, sit and reach, and what exercise that draws on your pectoral muscles?
Push-ups.
Yep, I think you must have nailed that.
Right. That's right. Push-ups.
I did have to. I don't remember this test. I don't believe so. I'm not sure if they did this test when I was.
I think we did everything except for the pacer test, because I remember doing the curl-ups, the pull-ups, I didn't do the shuttle run. We used to do a 1 mile run and a sit and reach, where they take a ruler and you see how far you can reach.
They still do that.
Yeah, they still do some of those. And then they had the push-ups. And I remember they would have us see how many pull-ups we could do. And I think what was the one where you had to hold yourself for a long time? Is that the curl-up? I don't know. It was hard.
Yeah, I remember doing some of those. I just didn't remember it being like this, called this. So I don't know if that's what it was,
Yeah, because it started in 1966. And now they do.
I know that.
Yeah, now I don't know if they do the 1 mile run. Remember, they do the 1 mile run. I think Shelly, we used to run through the neighborhood in Williams, in the Williams neighborhood.
Yeah.
and you would see how far you could get. If you had to walk,
I prefer to run. I just I am to this day can't do a push up. So I clearly failed that little part.
So you did one.
Maybe.
Well,
now
1,000 crunches a night, so it's fine.
Yeah, I can do that all day long.
Exactly. And I remember climbing the rope.
Oh yeah, the rope. And I think they got rid of the 1 mile run because they do the marathon runners. But I think that it is now why they do the pacer test. And that thing, oh my gosh, it's like you're going up and down a basketball court and you have to beat the timer and you see how many rounds you can get. It really, again, I was playing the sound for some of my students. They were like, oh, are we doing that today? They were really scared of that.
Yeah.
There's some kids that can run a lot of laps. It's like 65 and it goes 65, beep. Then they were
yeah.
True. We still have the rope too. The kids go up the rope and ring the bell, and they love it.
They love it. They feel so satisfied. I don't think I was ever good at that stuff. But did y'all have a trampoline in elementary?
Where you have to gymnastics unit.
Yeah, and you'd have to. The way we would block kids from falling off is we would use our hands, and you had to put your hands up like this. And if they came towards you, you just put them back. You pushed them back into the
What?
Safety first. Now trampolines have nets around them, folks.
yeah.
This is what caused the nets around the trampolines.
Exactly. We figured it out.
I don't know why we did that. It's a bad idea. Never 5,000. I don't know.
I love it. Then one of y'all grew up and be like, we should put around trampolines? Nets.
That.
Hands.
We should put cars seat belts that they won't put behind them. I don't know. What a good idea.
Safety. So fun.
Safety.
Okay, Wait, I got a good one for you.
Okay.
And we should all try to name them. How many varsity teams does UT have?
17.
Wow, that was so fast, Case.
10 for women.
Case. Think about the new ones. Hold on.
Oh, I know what it is. Y'all, you want me to say them or you?
We can entertain ourselves. No, you do it.
Okay, let's go. I think there's more.
Okay, so men have 7. There's baseball, basketball, football, golf, swimming and diving, tennis, track and field. Women have.
You're right. They also just added rowing.
Rowing is women.
Oh. No, I don't know. I think they might have just added it for men.
If they have, it hasn't officially gone through.
It's not official.
No.
And then do we separate indoor track and outdoor track?
Yes. We have the same
separate cross country and
so we have 3. Okay, but they call that all triathlon / country as one sport.
Yeah, you're right.
Depends on how technical you want to get. All right.
Yeah,
love it.
True.
Okay. Women's sports.
Women's sport, you have basketball, beach volleyball, which is the newest. Then golf, tennis, swimming and diving, track and field, cross country, volleyball, rowing, and soccer and softball.
Heck no.
Ah, dang.
Nailed it.
So
Nailed it.
if we add rowing for men, we might, but I don't know if we're still having to follow the Title IX, keeping the numbers kind of proportional on teams. Because if we did that, then we'd have to add multiple women's sports. And I'm not sure from a budget standpoint that we're ready to dive into that. Because beach volleyball obviously is a low, the number is low. It's like 10 on the roster.
I don't know, man. On the internet, it says rowing for men. We have to look that up.
is it on texassports.com or
It might be.
texaslonghorns.com?
It might be a plus sport.
Yeah, they've always had that team. They've
Texas
always
crew.
had that.
There's Texas crew.
Yeah, they've had Texas.
Yeah, those are all like crew and or like club and intramural sports.
Yeah, that's different than like a varsity team, though.
Right. Because we have lacrosse and rugby that are, they're very competitive, but they're all at club level.
Yeah.
We also have quidditch sports.
What'd you say?
We also have a Quidditch team.
Yes, exactly.
The Quidditch World Cup. One
Yeah.
time.
A fun trivia fact. Do you know the college that sponsors the most number of sports for varsity?
Stanford?
Yeah, it's Stanford.
Guess.
I don't know. I was thinking it might be Nebraska for some weird reason.
Harvard.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Does Harvard have a football team though?
Yeah,
I do.
dang. The Ivy League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go. Random trivia for today.
Yeah.
You can stop your.
We did not stump her, you guys. We've got to stump her.
Killed it.
Wait, I have one, but this is actually just like a nugget that I had from baseball. How many SEC teams are there in the D1 top 25 right now?
Oh my gosh.
I want to say it's like, I think 12.
Dadgum, Kasey, yes,
You got it.
How many outs from the UTA game were thrown? Okay, I forgot a word.
Well,
How many outs did the freshmen secure on the mound? So if there's 27 outs in the game, how many were secured by freshmen on Tuesday night?
Jeez Louise.
let's see.
How many people went to the porta potty?
I only know
From left field threw up in the porta potty last weekend. Just kidding. You're not going to share that. No sharing.
No.
It wasn't me.
Becca also has a pro tip for if you get sick in left field, how you throw up.
Oh, yeah. Throw up in the grass, or there's like a sewer near the tennis center.
Yeah.
Just don't, like, if you have to throw up in a porta potty, think of the splashback. Like, that's already going to make you vomit. And then, like, it's not just your vomit that's coming back in your face. Like,
Oh, gross.
I don't speak from personal experience.
Rebecca.
But just like the thought of it is, oh no, thank you.
Go behind the porta potty.
Sorry, we digress. Go ahead,
I'm
Kate.
going to go back to the outs. Jordan, was it? I'm going to either guess 24 or 27.
23 of the 27.
23.
Yeah.
So
That was
That's still very close.
right
Still very close.
who was the pitcher that wasn't a freshman then?
Oh, I
Was
could
it
tell you that.
Hudson Hamilton? I know
Yes.
it's his second year.
Is he a second year? Okay, and yes, because then he was in. Okay, because I was because most of the pitchers were all
Freshman.
freshmen. Although is Thomas is that a Burns guy first? I don't know.
Anyway,
The pitchers look good. The pitchers look good that's for sure.
I did. All right, y'all. Well, Mark and I are headed to Mississippi tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all have fun. That's going to be awesome.
I mean, good stories to tell.
Can't wait.
This is Pete going with y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fun.
Family trip to Birmingham, Alabama. And then we're driving over to Starkville, Mississippi.
Nice.
Here we go.
Pack a raincoat.
I know. I don't want it to rain, Becca. But
Oh, I know what's up with that. I heard Mark talking about that.
Tornadoes.
no tornadoes. We're going to
No
let
tornadoes.
weather changes.
Here's the thing that I always learn about weather. If you go prepared with raincoats and galoshes and everything, it'll be
It won't.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, it'll be awful. So just go prepared and then just have a change of something. And then so we have Mississippi and then UTSA on March 18th and then LSU series coming up for
Woo!
tea.
The big one. If you want some good food, I think we're going to have jambalaya. I think we're trying to talk John Wynn into bringing out some gumbo.
Gumbo for
yeah.
it's gonna have to be Sunday, but I think he's gonna make it for one of the days. So yeah.
Is Glenn doing crawfish?
There's talk of that.
Ugh, that's going to be so nice.
Yeah.
Y'all send me. Just mail me. Package it up and mail it to me. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fun.
Not Glenn. It probably has to do with the Bowie baseball schedule.
Yeah,
So based
that's
on
true.
Easton.
Easton.
But I think I think they may not. I think they may be off next week, like for spring break, possibly.
Okay.
I know, Joe. We got spring break. One more day, friend. Friday's off. It's great.
He's got I know. I'm so happy. It's
Saturday didn't look good, y'all, in Starkville.
Outlook is stark.
Did they? I started saying they tried to do 2 games like on Friday.
What's the talk? We'll be there. That'd be fine with me.
For you, Katie. I love it. Well, guys, this is fun. Can't wait to talk all of the other fun stuff.
Well, what's coming up next? If you stay tuned, eventually we're going to let Kasey Johnson share more about her life at UT. She can tell us all about the craziness of more goodness of coaching for all the coaches she's coached for. Here, I'll tell y'all, she's coached for Coach Gus, Augie Garrido, or she's coached. She's been the executive assistant for those two, and then she moved over to football with Coach Brown for the most amount of time, and they're still best friends. And then, you know, she did her time with Coach Strong, who was a super nice guy. And then we have good old Tom Herman. And then we left right before Sark.
We did.
No, it's okay. Think about all the good nuggets you want to share with us.
Okay.
In the next podcast.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Any last final comments, friends?
Let's get our SEC season started with some wins.
Yes, please.
All right. We can't wait. Well, it'll be another till Tuesday until we're in left field, but we will see y'all.
See y'all left
Love you.
Left field.
Love you.